wanted to bring up something that is important in progressive calisthenics, and I think it's underrated, and you should really take another look at it. We're talking about this center line principle, okay? So we have the body, center line, right along here. Now, in convict conditioning, in progressive calisthenics in general, what ends up happening is, to make things more advanced, your limbs, and not just your hands and your feet, but your elbows, your knees, get closer to your center line for things like, the close overlap push-ups that I talk about in the video over there, single leg squats, close squats, yada, yada, yada. Now, this makes things harder, but there are so many great benefits, and this makes so much sense to get closer to your center line as a standard. One is we have more resistance. Okay, so we are working more directly against our center of gravity when we get closer to the center line. Second, bigger ranges of motion. So you ever see like someone with a wide squat, wide bench press, their arm is like this. It's like that's all you get. That's your range of motion. Okay, if you want to build more strength, build more muscle and so forth, bigger motion builds bigger muscles. So all the way out to all the way in. I mean, look at the range of motion of my elbow. Huge range of motion in all your joints. Second of all, speaking of joints, safer for the joints. Now in the martial arts, if you want to like do all sorts of things like tear some guy's shoulder out and do all sorts of arm bars and stuff, a lot of the idea of making someone's shoulders and knees and hips and stuff in pain is get things spread out. Arm bars out here, up, overhead, down below. Get them away from the center line. What that does is it gives you the leverage so you can manipulate the arm and the leg going all over the place, so you can put a lot of tension and stress on the joints, and they can't do that much about it because it's a weaker position. But if you want to be safer, you get everything in closer. You're fighting in closer. You're holding things in. Your joints are safer. There's a lot more strength there, and you can use things in a more natural way. No one punches like this, like they're on a wide grip bench press. People move like this. Your center line is where you got your power. It's where you got your safety. It's where your joints are safer, where you're going to get more benefit from it, and you have less torque. A lot of times you see people doing things with one-arm push-ups, and they're all like twisting. Moving the body around and everything. Forget about that stuff. Since I've been doing these overlap push-ups, now my mind is thinking, why the hell did you ever do push-ups wide? It makes no sense to me. So over time, I've been getting narrower. Now it doesn't feel weird anymore. This feels weird. This feels like it's about as natural as breathing. So the center line principle, I'm just bringing it up because I think there's a lot more benefit to it. I think there's a lot more things that are going to be better for you, and you're going to get more out of it with less risk of injury. Questions below. Be fit, live free.